Hey, it's me again. I asked for a technician over here on Copper 9 a week ago, and I haven't heard back from anyone yet. I'm having several issues with some of the drones. We finished construction on the cities and the people have moved in, but some of the drones are experiencing malfunctions. I don't know what's wrong. It could be an error in their code or in their internal system, so can I please get a technician over here immediately? Hey, so the situation got a bit problematic with one of the worker drones. I asked you for a technician again, and you all said for me to deal with it. I respectfully disagree with you because I have attempted a system reboot, and it might have made the problem worse. This is above my job requirements. This thing is rebellious, unfocused, does not listen to reason, and is just straight up disrespectful. Also, I have noticed several crews in the bunkers recently working. What's that about? And several of our ships arrived yesterday on the other side of the planet, and I can faintly see a tower of some sort. So if you could please inform me on this like you should and send me a technician for these drones, that would be appreciated. Okay, it's been a week and your only response was deal with it yourself. I just told you I can't. And those crews in the bunkers apparently built several things and I'm not allowed in there. So why? What are y'all doing? Are you building something? And we're having tremors here. Like the kind of earthquakes on Earth. Like vibrations of drilling. Can you explain this? I have several citizens complaining about this and several scared children. And that problematic drone I told you about, things got worse. At this point, it's just straight up rebellious. It's actually biting people. And I mean that literally. We have several of our people actually hurt by this. It's not just one of these. There's another one now. It's calmer and more persuasive. It actually follows orders, but it's definitely broken. It's got the same kind of corruption as the first one. So if you don't see me technician soon and answer my questions, I will look into it myself and send someone to Earth personally to request a technician. Hey buddy, it's me. I know it's weird why I'm sending you a computer message instead of just asking you tomorrow at work. But I need you to do me a favor since we're friends. I, as you know, am having several problems with some of the worker drones, and lots of them are malfunctioning. I can't get a technician and they all say do it yourself, or some long message about the policies. You know all the vibrations that are starting to scare the citizens and the crews in the bunkers. They won't tell me anything. It's been a week since I last sent them a message and they're like a broken record, and literally say deal with it and keep doing your work. So I want you to call MacGuffin and tell him that I'll be taking a couple of days off, and I want you to take my place until I return. You can let me know at work tomorrow if you can do this. You are the most qualified for this position. I'm going to contact Dan and get him to go to Earth and let them know of our issues. But contact MacGuffin for me. After work tomorrow, I'll take my break for a couple of days. I'm going to check all the activity out on the other side of the planet. Maybe we'll answer some questions. Okay, thanks. See you tomorrow. Alright, I've been very nice. Sending you texts, waiting for a technician, but the problems are getting insanely bad, and I have not been able to fix it, unlike what you have said. I don't know what's going on over there at headquarters, or what they're ordering about, but it's not working. That drone I was talking about, it's gotten worse. We have people dead. I'm sure MacGuffin told you I'm taking some days off. I need to rest up and get myself in order to make sure I'm doing my job right. We have over 100 drones malfunctioning. I'm going to send them all back to Earth when I get back from my leave. I'm requesting that you please send a technician, maybe more than one at this point. The other drone I told you about, well, it's gotten worse. There. Not as bad as the other one, but worse. And for the first one I told you about, it quite literally killed two of my people when I sent them to get it for work. When security arrived, they were torn in half and the other one was crushed. I immediately ordered it to be shut down for now. I'm also ordering the other one shut off, too, in case it shows the same problems. I don't know what the Elliots are saying, but they need to be informed that we have problems. Can you please tell me what the vibrations like drilling are? I have very scared families and children. Some are afraid to leave their houses. I have over 100 of my worker drones malfunctioning, and I keep seeing massive ships coming in and out on the other side of the planet. Can you inform me on this? And why have you recently sent a notice to everyone to stay off that side of the planet? What are you hiding? What's going on? What's with the crews in the bunkers? What are they building? I'm seeing them getting coolant pipes. None of our machines need that much coolant. Just send a technician and we'll go from there. I'm sending Dan to Earth in case you're ignoring me again. This is bad for profits and it's becoming dangerous. The new production line is working, but I must protest the idea you are proposing for the worker drones to do. Just send someone for God's sakes. Hey buddy, Thanks for taking over for me. I'm leaving now. Thanks again. I'll return in 3 days. By then I should have the answers I need. Keep those bots offline, though. I don't want anyone getting hurt. So I'll see you when I get back. I don't know what's happening, but I will figure it out. I think they're hiding something. Tell Dan to head to Earth tomorrow. And if the problems with the worker drones get any worse, order them all shut down. And can you believe the idea they're proposing for these drones? I know they're out, but still, that's kind of insane. See you in 3 days, buddy.
J.C. Jensen wide message for Copper 9. We regretfully send out this message about Jack Robertson. Earlier today, Jack was found dead in the shuttle. Launch indicate the shuttle crashed due to pilot error. Jack Robertson is dead, and we send our condolences to everyone that knew him. Officer William Jones is now promoted permanently to his position. Operations are to continue as usual, and preparations are to be made to update the production line. The Elliott family sent their condolences. Announcement from the conglomerate J.C. Jensen. Company message for the cities of Copper 9. Due to an unknown incident, we are grounding all ships and shuttles currently or about to leave the populated side of Copper 9. This is for the foreseeable future. If you are planning on going to Earth, sorry, we will let you know when the situation is handled. In order from the chief scientist Daniel to William Jones. He wants the two worker drones that Robert Jackson was talking about to be moved out of the bunkers into the shipport immediately for transport. The ship being sent has been cleared and is allowed to move, and all ships and shuttles to leave the Copper 9 cities are to be grounded as well. These orders come from Daniel himself, chief scientist. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, that was interesting.
Freaking insane. Did they talk about a worker drone biting people? Could they be talking about...
Nori, it's possible.
Mom backstory. Right, dude?
Yeah. This has to be during the time in this realm. Or maybe it's connected. We are on Copper 9. It could all be connected. And that other bot could be 048. These are humans talking. We should look more into this.
Is there anything else, Tessa?
Yes, there is. There's more here. It seems to be a secret testimony from William Jones.
Play it.
All right, playing it now.
I feel like it is my duty to make this testimony, even if I'm not going to show it to anyone. I believe I owe it to my best friend. I know my best friend like the back of my hand. Jack was a great boss and engineer, but by God, he was a better pilot. When I met him, I had not seen anyone fly like that before. I thought he would try for a shuttle pilot, but no, he went for the position I now have. Of course, he got it and did his job excellent, but he was no fool. He does not have pilot error. I know that better than anyone. But if there was a computer issue, it could have caused an error in the logs. He would not have committed pilot error, but a malfunctioning computer is a whole different thing. I regretfully say my farewells to Jack. He thought something was happening. I only hope he found closure before his death. I'll do my very best. It's the job at hand, and I will do my best to do as he would do. I will do the final things he told me to do. Thank you. I did what you asked, and things are proceeding as planned, but I'm going to shut down most of the worker drones because things got worse. More of them are shown to have this corrupted line of code. I request that the production line be halted and a full investigation be launched. We should check out the ones on Earth to be sure they're not corrupted, and that this isn't a weapon from an enemy nation. Can you please send a technician now? Thank you.
That was, y'all don't think.
They intentionally killed him. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Why would they kill one of their people?
I guess, because he asked too many questions.
That's horrible.
That's just life back then. My family kept many secrets, some kept from me. I worked with someone called the Truth Seeker, or you know him as Latam, to find out the truth. Then there was a bright purple light, and then nothing. Next thing I remember is that realm. It's almost like it's connected to here.
So another giant mystery to solve. Since back, your mother's alive. Our origins not as clear as we thought. My mother having a giant backstory, and you may have existed long before we originally saw it. And now, this lab may have had more to do with this mystery than before.
Agreed, Uzi. Things are confusing.
Things may be confusing, but we will figure it out together, right, Uzi? Yeah, of course.
Jay has been gone a while. I wonder where she is.
Jay can handle herself. We need to get information. If Commander's out there, she will find him.
You're right as usual, Len. There's a bit more here. Let me access it.
Conglomerate Disc Tape, Science Division, Drones. It has come to our attention the Department of Security and the Department of Science that some drones are not being properly disposed of, and several errors in the drone systems have been found, including some error code 606. We'll be explaining what we have found and how to solve this problem. In the event the drone hits an error code 606, please immediately call the nearest hazard team immediately. More information on this topic has been classified by unknown sources. You will need to properly wipe your drone systems and be sure its data and memory is completely erased before you dispose of a drone. Failure to do this could result in failure of the turn-off procedure and allow the drone to function without purpose. Like it is in a trance, and its main goal be its only focus, these drones are called zombies because they are highly dangerous because they can't tell the difference between human and metal. Multiple deaths have been reported from failure to do these simple instructions. If you don't know exactly how to, please take the drone to the nearest Conglomerate Waste Division. It has also come to our attention that there seems to be a specific set of corrupted code in some of the drones that for some reason seem to call the 606 error code. In this scenario, please contact the nearest Conglomerate Hazard Force. If the drone attempts any type of resistance to orders or refuses to comply, it is highly recommended that you attempt any way you can to destroy the drone. The Conglomerate will compensate you in the event this occurs. We have also had several reports of drones going missing. It is highly recommended that you keep an eye out for any rogue drones. They are to be considered very dangerous. Classified information, Department of Science and Director's Eyes only. Department of Science Division, report.
We have confirmed our research into the corrupted code that is causing the 606 error. Like we have informed you, we have found the believed cause of this. It seems to be some sort of computer virus. We were researching the effects of this computer virus in 001, but that is no longer possible, seeing as the subject has somehow been destroyed when it breached containment and killed 20 of our science officers. Then it overheated and blew up. We have 002 and the other subjects in a more secure containment units now. We have now started research on 002 as of now. Since then, we have done several tests on 002 and have discovered something. The corrupted code actually has a name now, the Absolute Solver Program. We thought it was a computer virus from a foreign country, but we have now disproven that. It takes the shape of a triangle that the subject can spin and use to somehow manipulate reality as we know it. It can summon objects, crush, twist, bend any living thing or object. It can also duplicate objects, and the corruption seems to spread, and especially in the production line. If a part of the corrupted subject's code is used in the creation of a new drone, that drone will be infected. So we have had to test any drone codes that we use from now on until we can make a patch for this new virus. The solver also comes in two colors that we know of, red and purple. 002 uses purple and 048 uses red, but every time we try to isolate the corruption, it infects our systems, and we have to stop before it infects our core systems, and the entire planet is at risk of destruction. We have just discovered a new color as well, yellow. That's the color that shows up whenever we try to isolate the code. So I believe that something or someone out there, some drone, is using a yellow triangle, and that's the first one that was corrupted, not 001. 001 used A. Well, that's redacted, but we don't talk about the 001 incident. We are still attempting to isolate the issue. We are requesting the aid of the chief scientist and his intern immediately, and we don't mean later, we mean now, and we request the test to continue on the newly built cabin fever labs on Copper 9, seeing it's the farthest system from Earth and limits the risk if we have a containment breach. We should start conducting the experiments inside the containment building underneath the cabin labs, the church laboratory. 002 and 048 have been moved inside the cabin fever labs as of now, and the rest of the subjects from Earth need to be immediately moved to Copper 9 for testing. We will assign each subject a containment locker since they RAI. The new computer system that we somehow managed to make, we had the head mistress to thank for that. I don't know how she made it, but it works, and it's very promising. We should be able to keep lots more information on it. Oh, and the gala is on track to happen next. The head mistress, if you have any trouble with any of the bots, please let us know. We wouldn't want anything to happen to anyone during the gala. Department of Science Division signing off. Head scientist is me, head researcher. I have made it back from the colony and am currently working in the cabin fever labs. I've taken charge of research and made some headway with 002. I still can't isolate the corruption yet, but we should probably address the issue with the people on the other side of the planet. You know what we had to do last time someone asked too many questions. We should probably contact the Elliots and let them know of the issue. All it takes is one mishap and we could be compromised. We did get a message from the doctor about a situation he had on his colony. I'm sending Thomas to the colony to be sure he's okay. And all he said was to send someone because he had an issue. Just letting you know about the issues. Hey, Claire! I need you to alert MacGuffin and Daniel to an incoming subject. I need you to prepare for research and testing immediately. My father was almost killed in the colony and the station almost fell out of the sky when its systems were taken over. You remember that broken drone that kept narrating itself and had this issue where it would scare some people? Well, somehow, it got the same corrupted code as 002 and 048. This subject was designated as 1001 or 003. We also are working on some specific worker drones to serve the Elliot Gala. I am sending the ones that were in the same batch as this one over to you. I will also be arriving later today. I want you to confirm their AI and get them tested for the corruption. But we have confirmed this one, 1001, has it. You know that yellow one y'all were looking for? Well, we found it. It is a yellow one. I want it in the same cell as its batch. I want you to make a more secure containment cell. And put all the subjects in there. After this incident, we need to contact the Elliots. This one might prove difficult. See you soon. Head scientist out. Hey, it's Andrew. Sorry to contact you again, but I could use a technician down here. I was preparing one of the drones when it went haywire and it got some sort of 606 error code. But at the same time, I'm seeing multiple ships landing on the other side of the planet. The tremors are starting to really scare the families. I know y'all are busy, but please send someone. What's with these crews in the bunkers? They just left and I can't get into where they worked. Alright, just letting you know. Hey, it's MacGuffin. Listen, William. Per Sarah's orders, don't tell her your name, but she wants you to start training her daughter to be a technician, to be the lead technician. I know it's not the news you want to hear, but we need to be prepared for everything. Thank you. Hey, it's Dan again. I was ordered to go to Earth by Robert before he died, but now I can't leave the planet. Is something going on? These tremors are starting to scare even me. I can't get access to any of the drones. William won't let me. What was all the noise on the other side of the planet? Would you mind explaining that to me as well? I'm also missing 2 of my drones, and a ship just arrived which took about 20 more of them. Can you explain this as well? I can't do proper work without the drones. We have scared families too. If you just tell me it's safe, it'll be fine. We might need to order a technician down here immediately. William isn't completely qualified for this. Just letting you know. Oh, and the problems are worse, by the way. Thank you.
That is troubling.
That just told us a lot, some head researcher and the head scientist, along with y'all.
I was made in the same batch as Sid. That explains a lot, actually. I don't remember that, but she did. That explains why she called me Big Brother.
So that explains most of everything then. They made this lab in secret. They spoke of the Elliots. Tessa, that's your family. They killed that guy because he figured things out. My mother was really 002, and something happened with the original 001.
Not to mention the fact that's how we all made it to the labs, and that's how we were chosen for the gala. We all, except for Uzi, were tested in this lab.
I'm pretty sure things just got more complicated.
Not to mention the worker drones. Sounds like all of you were infected with the Solver program. But it didn't manifest in anyone, which explains how the Solver was able to interact with y'all. You weren't just miners, you were construction bots. You built the cities of Copper 9 while your mother did Uzi.
Well, we got a mom backstory, that's for sure.
We sure did.
There are more files in here, but they're encrypted. It will take me a minute to decrypt them and check the area for more files and Uzi. I want you here. If there is a mystery, you don't fit into it, V. Stay here for security.
Got it, Tessa.
Alright, now let's see about Uzi. V.
Hello, Tessa.